Recently, a couple shared with me that they viewed over 30 properties but still couldn't decide. And the reason was because they were unsure if they should go for a HDB or condo. And this happens because they missed a critical step. Now, rarely do I meet buyers who say they are okay with both. And when that happens, it's a challenge. Because when buyers are open to many options without knowing what truly matters to them, the search becomes too broad. As a result, so much time is wasted for searching and physically viewing the properties. And that's where the frustration and confusion builds up. So where does the problem lies? Now, in my 15 years as a property agent, I've studied hundreds of buyers' journey and observed their patterns and behaviors. Every buyer usually follow a 4-step process. But those buyers who were able to make great decisions have an additional step, which is by far the most critical step. So if you are in this situation where you have seen many homes but still can't decide, this might be the step you didn't even realize you were missing.
Short property stories from real conversations.
By the way, I'm Gainer from Property Made Simple. I've shared over 600 property stories based on real situations. They are easy to read, relatable, and packed with insights. The links are just right below, so do check them out. Now, in order for us to understand why many buyers are stuck making the decision, we need to study the whole entire buying process. And most buyers usually will follow these 4 common steps. Step 1 is the intention to buy. Intention usually begins with just a simple idea. Maybe it is from peer pressure or a casual chat at a friend's birthday party. And once this idea is planted, it will grow stronger till it's time to do something. Now, the second and third step is where the action begins. Buyers will start the process of searching online for suitable properties while making arrangements to view it physically. Then comes step 4, which is the decision to buy. That is where the dilemma comes, because the decision comes with huge pressure due to many considerations. Example like huge financial commitments, job security, what if property prices drop? Now, every question leads to more uncertainty, which is why the missing piece of the puzzle in the buying process is clarity. Buyers who are clear always spot the right property faster and make confident decisions. Those who are not often keep viewing more, hoping something will feel right, but end up more confused and frustrated instead. Now, the good news is clarity can be built. But in order to do that, we first need to understand what clarity really is. Now, think of this way. You have an idea, but it is raw. And most people take action right away based on that raw idea. But clarity means that you need to challenge that idea. You shape it, you make it specific so that your next step becomes obvious. That's why clarity always comes right after intention, before the search even begins. Now, imagine you are planning a holiday. You don't just say, I want to travel everywhere and start looking at every country in the world. You waste hours, get overwhelmed, and feel stuck. But once you ask these questions, for example, do I want to relax at the beach or explore nature? Now, what's my budget? Now, suddenly everything just clicks. You know what to look out for. Now, as you can see, building clarity is all about challenging that initial intent with a structured set of questions so that you can zoom in on what matters most. It saves you time, stress, and reminds you why you are even doing this in the first place. And there's a simple framework of questions on how to build clarity fast. And if you want me to break that framework down step by step in another video, let me know in the comments below. But right now, let me show you how I use this same framework to help this couple that I mentioned earlier to gain clarity. Now, by the time this couple came to me, they had already viewed over 30 units and still couldn't commit to anything. They were overwhelmed by too many options and stuck in the decision mode. So I walked them through a few key questions to help uncover what really mattered to them. And this was the exact conversation I had with them. Now, the first question I asked was, is growing the value of your next property important? And their reply, not really. Now, the second question was, is making profits from your property important? And their reply, least important. Now, the third question is, if you could afford it, would you prefer a $1 million HDB or a $2 million condo? And their reply, I'm fine with both, but I don't want to be a slave to a mortgage. I want the freedom to quit my job anytime. And my last question to them, why do you want to make that move? And their reply was, our current property is already 49 years old, and we know its value will drop over time. We want to shift to another property to maintain the value while also getting more space. Now, after hearing their answers, the choice became clear to me. Upgrading to a bigger HDB was the right move for them. What mattered most to them was space, location, and protecting their investment value. It wasn't about maximizing profits or owning a private property anymore. And that's when it hit me. Clarity was what changed everything for them. Now, getting clarity isn't about being lucky. It's about having a structured way to uncover what really matters to you. Just like how I guided that couple through a series of questions, we were able to zoom in on their true needs. At the end, they walk away with a decision that fits their lifestyle and values. And that saved them time, stress, and most importantly, reminded them why they were moving in the first place. Now that's why without clarity, house hunting becomes a tiring and emotional journey. But with the right direction, it becomes a simple path towards finding a home that truly fits you. So if you're feeling stuck and unsure about your next move, focus on getting clarity first. It might be the only thing standing between you and the right decision. That's it for today's video. I hope you have gained meaningful insights from it. Gainer from Property Made Simple, and I'll see you in the next video.